And we're back at 7:34 on the clock. This is June with you on The Breakfast Show on this Sunday, the 8th of July. And I did say we had a special guest with us in our studios today. And we would like to welcome Mr. Chandrasekhr. Hello and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you, June, for a great opportunity.
Well, it is our pleasure because as we know, people in Muscat are always looking for things to do, ways to pass their time. And you and your company, the whole group, have come up with an excellent way to provide more opportunities.
Thank you very much. I think we have always been doing that. We have been in the forefront of entertainment for little more than 40 years, and we have been constantly trying to evolve. We have been constantly trying to sort of move in a different direction. I think the latest addition to the Muscat Grand Mall is a step in the right direction.
Right, you're absolutely right. Oman Arab Cinema Company, LLC. And 4 decades?
Yeah, that's right. I think it's a long time. It seems like yesterday. I think it's been a very long journey, and then the long journey has been, it's been wonderful and eventful. And what happened was the journey really sort of, catapulted in a big way after 2000 when we set up the City Cinema Shati. Then we moved on to setting up Sur, that is City Cinema Sur in 2006. Then in Sohar, that is the City Cinema Sohar. Then of course right now all of you know that in 2012 we have the Muscat Grand Mall. It's not all. We have Buraimi coming in very shortly, and then Salala. So obviously I think quite a bit of activity for the year.
Absolutely. So City Cinema at the Muscat Grand Mall is the latest edition.
Right. Yeah.
What was the thought process behind that step?
You see, if you look at our properties earlier, most of them, I would say all of them until the Muscat Grand Mall really came into play, that is our City Cinema over there, they were all in standalone properties. If you look at the world over, the audience now is increasingly preferring to be watching the movies in an area where they could spend a wholesome family entertainment.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think fitting ourselves in the mall was the right step in that direction. What we did was we were looking at a right location, and Muscat Grand Mall fitted our requirements perfectly well. And it has got multifarious shops, it has got dining facilities, it has got gaming, and you have entertainment for children and young adults, and of course the cinema. And we as an anchor, we have a role cut out, and we have a very important task to the mall actually, and to the public at large. I'm sure we're doing it well. I think we have received excellent response from the members of the public, for which we are extremely grateful.
Yeah, and what a way to start with Spider-Man.
Spidey really comes into play,
Yes. I think you've been running house full.
Yeah. You could say that, but the only pity over there is the sizes of the screens are pretty small.
Yes. But
much as we would have desired to have it on a big scale, we couldn't because of the space constraint. But nevertheless, we have done pretty well for ourselves. The VIP cinema, which we call it as a gold class, has been a runaway hit. I think people have really received it with great response. Once again, I would say the city of Muscat, please take a bow from the management of Oman Arab Cinema Company.
Yeah, definitely. So you have 3 cinemas in place there now.
Yeah.
I think you've got 176 seats in one.
That's right. If you look at the total capacity of the Muscat Grand Mall, it comes to 294 seats.
Okay.
It's 190, 76 and 24. I think I could be a little wrong with the math in terms of 1-2 numbers here and there.
But I think 176, 172 right. And 24.
That's right, yeah.
So, okay, 294 seats, that's not bad. The gold class. What went into that? I mean, how did you come up with that idea?
See, it's a very bold move, but at the same time, I think it was a very strategic and a calculated move in that direction. Because what we felt, the city of Muscat definitely needed entertainment of a different variety.
Right.
If you look at the evolution in terms of the cinema going habits of the people at large is concerned, from 2000 when we set up the Shati, we have created a groundswell, we have created a sort of a tectonic shift, one could say, in terms of people coming and watching the movies. Now, over the years, I think people over here are very highly, exposed to a lot of things happening around the world, and then we have also been getting responses and requests from a lot of people and customers saying that why don't you have more comforts for people to watch cinema. Then we have been moving around. We saw the gold class similarities appearing in the neighborhood, that is in the Dubai, Kuwait and elsewhere, and also in the subcontinent, and more so if you could see the Hollywood, or maybe for that matter even Hong Kong and Singapore and Thailand. The gold class cinemas have taken big strides. So we felt the city of Muscat needs it, and it is long overdue.
Yes.
That's the background in terms of setting up the Gold Class Cinema.
So it's with just 24 seats. It's absolute luxury, by the way. I so enjoyed that demo that day.
Thank you very much.
And with 24 seats and sitting in the lap of luxury, it would probably a good idea for small parties, for corporate events.
Oh yes, already we have been inundated with a lot of requests, and I think our marketing team is trying to struggle with that. They are trying to sort of work out an ideal plan in terms of how to sort of do an ideal, I would say, a mixed match in terms of to have regular shows at the same time have private parties. Yes. Because see, the big challenge here is that we cannot afford to have disruption to the regular shows.
Right.
Because if there is a party, there is obviously a situation where the public will not be able to watch the movies.
Yeah.
But that's the reason we have 2 other screens over there. But, well, this is a situation. I think we will try to overcome it. It is like, it's not going to be anything difficult to deal with it.
Yes, of course. Yeah. But then people could always, base their needs according to what's playing in the theater.
Oh, yes, that's right. I mean, that's correct.
A lot of good movies coming up. Right. We will take a short break, but we will definitely be back to tell you more. And definitely something more for you to do. All you people listening out there, you're on 90.4 FM, your nation station. In our studios, Mr. P. Chandrasekhr, the Group General Manager of Jawad Sultan Group of Companies, having just introduced 3 new screens, City Cinema at the Muscat Grand Mall. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. It's been a great event, I think I'm still coming to terms with it.
Yeah, yeah. It was a wonderful presentation, I should say. And definitely, as you said, created a buzz for all the people out there.
That's right. Very, very correct. Because the buzz was long overdue, as I mentioned earlier.
Yes.
And people were literally people went to the extent of even asking me that, when are you going to open? They gave me an ultimatum, so to say. But then anything which successfully concludes is always a great satisfaction, despite the fact that whatever pains and agonies that you might have gone through in terms of creating it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of thought that has gone into this whole idea of placing the cinemas in the Muscat Grand Mall. You've taken into consideration the families going out there, shopping, spending time there, and then having entertainment as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, as I said, this is the way the world is moving. In fact, if you look at the demographics, I would say the patterns or the consumer preferences, the standalone properties are the thing which are the past, in the sense that one could say so. But as far as the moving forward is concerned, it is come to stay that people want to watch a cinema in a very large format hyper mall, I would say, where you get a complete wholesome entertainment.
Yes.
If someone comes in here, let's say sometime a little before the afternoon, he or she, the entire family, wants to go out until towards the end of the day when they watch the movie, or probably they watch the movie and do the rest.
Right.
Vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an excellent idea. Any thoughts on maybe coming up with a drive-in theater?
Well, we are looking at various initiatives, but I'm not able to say which is the one that we are really going to zero in on, because it's ultimately any initiative which is being taken up locally here, which will have to really cater to the local population and what are the preferences and the tastes of the local population would be. Because ultimately they are the ones who are driving our business at the moment.
Absolutely.
And then we need to completely satisfy those requirements, which we are trying to do to our best of our abilities. But then initiatives are always there, and we are looking at various possibilities. As you know, this field is also exposed to what we call, this is my favorite term, which I borrowed it from some of the well-known Hollywood, the professors from the business school. That is a disruptive technology.
Okay.
The entertainment field used to be having a traditional, I would say, the spool films. As you all know, we all grew up with the fact seeing the films which are rolling on a projector.
Yes.
But the epitaph on the projector is already written. Come 2013, maybe, I think we will have to say goodbye to all the projectors the world over. What will happen to those capacities created, which is lying in different parts of the world, including the companies which make those projectors? Anybody's guess.
Wow. So what are we moving into then?
We have already moved into what we all know as the digital projectors.
Yes.
Now, digital projectors are the in thing. As you may be knowing that we used to have conventional cameras where you used to take a print and keep it in the archives.
Yes.
And whenever we want to see the pictures. But after 10 years or so, those pictures have a limited validity. They fade away and so on and so forth. Come the disruptive technology by way of digital camera, they moved away, and then you have seen a lot of photographic companies have been folded up because of this particular disruptive technology in that particular space. So again, in the space in which we are operating, the projector companies which have been making, they have also moved into the different direction. So digital projectors are coming to stay, and we are beaming all of our films on the digital projectors. They come with the latest technology. They have versatility and adaptability, I would say so. You get a laser-like perfection on the screen, and sound quality which is really out of the world. And of course, if it is a 3D movie, I would say that it's something seen to be believed. Spider-Man is something I would encourage each one of you, if you have not seen already, to come and watch it.
Yeah, definitely. And your marketing team were telling us that day about, from the refreshment side for the gold class. The ushers actually come in with a menu, and you can order finger foods and
that's right,
beverages.
Very true. Because we wanted to make it something different for the patrons who are coming over there, so that they can order the food. There are different types of foods which are available, and we have the ushers in to come and then cater to their needs. And that's become a big hit in the last few days. People just couldn't believe that. No, they can do that.
What about 4D?
The 4D technology is basically an extension of, I would say, the 3D only. But the only thing is that when you sit on the chair does all the trick.
Yes.
There is a motion sensor technology which is attached to a chair. Now, the chair moves. Obviously, it's like, if you go to a closed auditorium and then you watch what we call it as a roller coaster ride. What really happens is you don't go into the roller coaster ride, but the chair moves and gives you a feeling that you're going up and down. So the eerie feeling and the shouts and the shrieks and all those things keep coming in. So roll back to 4D. 4D is somewhat very much similar to that particular situation. You watch a movie on a 3D, and then you put your glasses on, and then when you sit on a chair, the chair really rocks in that sense. The chair moves, swivels, and so on and so forth, obviously giving you a feeling that you are with some of your favorite Hollywood star inside the screen. So you can imagine what will happen to you. This is an awesome experience.
It would be.
But the only thing is that the 4D, why it has not taken off or become a very big hit the world over, although it has been an Hollywood creation, is mainly because of the proprietary rights that some of the companies which make 4D technologies have, because they need to sign up with the Hollywood producers. So this is a technology which has to be integrated with the films, and then it has to be beamed on. So once it becomes a big application world over, what are we waiting for? We will definitely introduce in the city of Muscat.
And I think we can count on Oman Arab Cinema to be the first.
Yeah, obviously. I think we would always want to be the first, and we would always want to be in the forefront of trying to innovate as quick and as fast as we can. We are always alive to the suggestions, and we would request each of the audience or our listeners to come and tell us where we can probably improve.
Absolutely wonderful. So you have several new projects coming up, including Salalah and Buraymi.
Salalah is looking very exciting because that city needs a cinema very badly, and a cinema which is more contemporary, more evolving, and more entertaining. And continuing our ethos in the city cinema legacy, I'm sure we will be able to provide that to the glorious city of Salalah.
Wonderful. Mr. Chandrasekhr, thank you very much for your time.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity.
And for telling our listeners all about the latest entertainment in town at the Muscat Grand Mall.
Fantastic. It's always been my pleasure in terms of talking live to the listeners, and I'm sure it has been a great experience for me. Thank you very much.
So I think everyone will be heading out there. Mr. Chandrasekhr, Group General Manager, Jawad Sultan Group of Companies, thank you very much. You're listening to 90.4 FM. This is June with you on The Breakfast Show.
Thank you very much.
This is the Sultanate of Oman Radio. 90.4.